Okay. As for the one painting in the gallery that I haven't guessed the title of yet, assuming that thick is correct for the one that says thick, that's in doubt. But I was discussing with my older sister about it last night, and she actually came up with, although there's like some steps to this, like there's some bouncing back and forth of this, but she was the first one to say this answer. The word definite. So D-E-F-I-T-E. Anyway, I-T-I-T-E. Well, let me try to get this right. I don't know how to spell. Okay. D-E-F-I-N-I-T-E. Because that has fin in it, deaf fin, and you see a shark fin in the painting. Defy kind of sounds a little bit like sin, right? Like sin is defying God. And finite is the opposite of infinite. We're stabbing nails into the infinity. So that might be the answer for the last painting. I don't know, but that's what she thought of. So we'll try that if we happen to get a chance to place a gallery. We might not. Well, I'll play enough games today, they'll probably come up at some point. A gallery. Hubble is seeming to backfire on me nowadays. It is tempting, though. It just tend to run out of steps. You think, oh, this is great, and then you run out of steps. Okay, hallway. Mailroom would be good if I sort of know I'm going to win and I want to take what's in the package. Yeah, let's go forward as opposed to going back to, put this one, as opposed to just going straight back to the entrance hall. Now, I may not want to put something here because I don't have enough gems to make a garage. So let's do this. I don't like either of these. Okay, we're going to put a billiard room. It's going to go back to the entrance hall. Well, that's really hard to see. Okay, where's my cursor? So I've been doing good with these puzzles so far. Let's see if I continue to do good. I done good and then I got bad and then I got good again. Basically is what happened with these. 15, okay. So a third of 9 is 3. Oh my, are we really doing this? Are we really doing a third of 1? Okay, so probably what they want to do is they want to reciprocate it, right? So 1 divided by 3, they're probably going to say the answer is 3. And then pink is multiply, remember, so that would be 9. No, that's not the answer they're looking for? Okay, let's say they want us to, hold an intermediate, right? So 1 divided by 3 is 1/3, and multiply by 3 you get 1. Yeah, I guess that's what they wanted to do. That's interesting. So 1/3 minus 1/3 is 0. Times 20 is still 0. Plus 1/3 of 18 is 6. No. Good. They're making it real weird. It just gets weirder and weirder. I do not have any gyms yet. So I can't make security. I can get gyms in the parlor. If I don't mess up the parlor thing. And sometimes it just is awful. Metal detector's not detecting the wind-up key, is it? Okay, it's still... Oh, there it is. The gyms are in a box with 2 statements. That is true. What, meaning the statement above is true? Okay. Are these ands or ors? The blue box has at least 1 true statement, and the white box has at least 1 true statement. The gyms are in the blue box. Okay, let's say that the gyms were in the blue box. Then this would be true. This would be true. And that would be true. Right? So we know they're not in the blue. I can narrow it down to 2. Okay. Because they can't all be true. Let's say the gyms are in the black box, okay? Then that would mean that this is a true statement, and this is a false statement, and this is a false statement. Because the white box does not have a true statement on it. Right? So that would work, that would be valid. But I'll check just... Okay, so what happens if it were to be in the white box? Then this would be a false statement. And this would be a false statement. And this would be a false statement. That's not allowed because all 3 would be false. So they got to be in the black. It's got to be in the black box. Okay, that one was medium difficulty. I mean, I got it right, and I've gotten ones wrong, so it's not the worst, but it was not the easiest I've seen. Great. Just for the number of doors' sake, I gotta put a commissary. So I have the hammer and I have the metal detector, right? What do we have for sale here? Keys, but they're really expensive. A shovel, relatively cheap. Salt shaker, and a gym. Well, I don't want to spin on a gym necessarily yet. I'll leave the shovel. I'll leave it. Save it for something maybe in the showroom. If I make one. Yep, hallway. Now there's where I want to put the guest bedroom. Shucks. Well, let's put a bunk room. That's better than nothing. It'll give me 2 bananas. That's some steps. Why do I want steps? Because I'm going to go all the way back over to the West Hall instead of building from here. It's going to seem like a big waste of steps, but I want to... Now that I have 2 gyms, I can make a garage if it prompts me. Then I can get keys. Oh, I missed something in here. Oh, magnifying glass. Although I've already kind of used up its purpose, so I don't know if magnifying glasses are useful anymore, but whatever. Okay, drawing room is fine. Because I still have 1 gym left. Yep, there's the garage. Okay. And here are my keys. I do not have anything else to do in the garage, so I'll just leave it. I'll go across here. I don't want to put a dead end because I don't want to... Oh. Okay, what are we putting it into? Nothing? So, bedroom doesn't really help. Don't have enough oh, I can redraw. Okay, cool. It's the drawing room. Oh, now I have a hallway we can do. It's turned the wrong way, but at least it goes forward. Oh. 9 keys. Now I just need an electronic key, and then I'm all set with key-wise. Okay, no gyms. For the library, I guess. I want to go this way. Connect in stuff. Nothing, metal detector doesn't go off here. Oh, this sucks. My steps are really running really low. So, okay, just in case it does anything, let's do this puzzle. It's not really a puzzle anymore. Now that I already know the answer, it's just a time sink. Okay, leave the current system on, turn off the gym. Oh. I guess turn off, I don't know. Turn off, oops. And turn on the garage. Not that I'll ever go, but not that I'll go back there. Okay, I already hit a lock. No gyms. The lack of gyms is very problematic. It's not giving me any thing. Well, there's a gym in the den. One singular gym. Let's go backwards and see if we can make something with, like, fill this area up with stuff. Oh, well, I have plenty of keys, so I'll waste a key going backwards. I need 2 gyms for a music room. Let's put a pantry. That kind of turns the corner right. That's better than just putting a dead end there. Two steps in the apple. Yeah, I'll put this because it adds... Nah, I don't want to waste the gym. Even if it could make a sauna, I don't want to waste the gym. I don't like any of these. Okay, this is what turning the darkroom off did. Made it so it didn't flicker. Okay. Don't use gyms on a dead. Great, I got tricked into making a furnace. It's not even powered. wasn't really tricked. I just had no options there. Okay, if I have to go back all the way to that hallway on rank 2, I better have a lot of steps to do that with. So I hope I can get a dining room and penetrate rank 8. Or just penetrate rank 8 so if I have to make a dining room later, I can. It'll work. The penalty for the weight room is just way too high. So I have to make the aquarium, even though it's not going to give me forward progress. Maybe I should have bought that shovel in the commissary, because it could have given me turnips. Oh, I got the lever handle. Well, that could be useful if I just so happen to make a... what's it called? Greenhouse. Yeah, it's all locked up at these high ranks. No, I don't have a gym. I can't make a courtyard. I am in bad shape. I'm not even going to penetrate rank 9. I don't want to check anything right now, so I guess we're going to make a mage chamber. Oh, I'll go in there just in case of an item. It's like hard to like... it's a big debate. Whether to actually go in or not. Okay. So now I just gotta hope I don't run out of steps going back. Okay, I want to go into the bedroom. Bedroom doesn't actually... it like makes you don't have to... you don't have to use... gyms though. We'll go in there. If I have to go back to turn the keycard system off, I'm in big trouble. Just I'm really low on steps. I'm in big trouble stepwise. I'm in big trouble. Okay, 5 steps left. Oh, this is fine. I turned it off at the breaker box. I can make this. Okay, guest bedroom. No, none of that. Okay. Sweet, I'm not going in there. I'm not using the steps to go in there. No, not the gym. I don't have a gym for that, so I have to keep going forward. Only 3 steps. Better get a tea and get the tea off into a guest bedroom or else I'm in big trouble. Oh, here's the tea. Better give me a guest bedroom. Oh, it's locked. Great. Well, compass and keycard, okay. Well, I could make the dining room, but I did not penetrate the rank. So if I don't get a guest bedroom off the dining room, I'm in trouble. I do not have any rerolls. Guest bedroom? Well, there's a slight chance. No, it's another hallway. I was so close. If I would have bought the shovel earlier and then used it on digs in places like the garage, then it might be possible I would have dug up a turnip and have slightly more steps now, and then I would have been able to survive. But, because this is actually a good house build, relatively, but it was not to be. Moral of the story, buy the shovel. Yeah, that could have been a big one. I could have maybe got to room number 46 for the first time with that. If I just had a turnip. Shelter's probably more valuable than lots of turnips. Although lots of turnips would be helpful, and that like last time. Sometimes you get a key too. Sometimes you get an old shoe. It depends. Don't like any of these. You gotta get through all the really common rooms first. Like the pantry and chapel. Oh, this wastes of protection. Okay. I have 2 more left that I could use on like the weight room. If it gives me a weight room. Okay, now here's where I want the closet. And here's where it doesn't give me it. At least it gives me a storeroom. Have a gym so I can press the west side here. There are my keys. In. Okay. No extra items. Hitting locks already. Maybe I can put the security. Oh, it's a gym I have not picked up. That's kind of important. Security level too low. The keycard door thing didn't actually happen last time. For some reason, I just didn't spawn any keycard doors. Okay, where's that gym? Okay, it's just not right here. Did I just not pick it up in the... No, I picked the one up in the storeroom. Maybe it was in the garage. I didn't check the garage thoroughly. Okay, well, I don't know if I necessarily want to waste the steps doing that. I will. Be foolish. Okay, I checked the garage. That could cost me some badly needed steps later. How many bedrooms do I have? One. So if I put a secret... well, I don't have any gyms anyway, so it doesn't matter. I gotta put a gym. Gymnasium. Well, I could put a furnace, and then it would protect me from the furnace. Fine, why'd you dead end yourself? Because... furnace is really bad. If I can make the furnace not happen, that really helps. If I can put it early when I have protection, it helps. Oh, so many locks, gee. Yes, put the weight room. I have a third shelter. Yeah, okay. This is the worst room. Worst room relieved. Okay, the dark room will be in full effect, so let's not put a dark room. I don't want to put a dining room this low. I know I could permanently disable the keycards for good with that breaker box, but I was next to a hallway, so it would be a good place to use the closet. The way I had the closet upgraded. Okay, put the courtyard. I do not have a shovel. There's no shovel in the courtyard. Okay, it's a good place to put the parlor. I used half my steps already. I'm gonna have to go high rank to get a dining room at high rank if it, like, soon here. Okay, there are 3 false statements on boxes in this room. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that... So, all 3 can't be... Well, if it's and, right? Then... We'll see. That's weird. Only one of the statements on this box are true. It should be is true, because one of... I would say is. I don't know how it's exactly the correct grammar, but I would say is personally. That's how I talk. The gyms are in a box with a true statement. Only one of the statements on this box are false. The gyms are in the white box. Okay, let's say that the gyms are in the white box. Okay. Then, this statement would be true only one of the statements on this box are false. Well, that statement would have to be that itself, right? So it's like, I am false. Which, if it's false, then none of them are true, which can't be the case, or both are true, which can't be because it's false. It creates a paradox, right? So I already have a paradox problem if the gems are legitimately in the white box. So I don't think the gems can even be in the white box. I don't think that's even allowed. Let's say that the gems are in the black box. Okay. Now let's say that it is true that the gems are in a box was a true statement. Then 3 of the statements here would be false, right? So only one of the statements on this box is true would be a false statement. That would be a problem, right? That's a paradox. So it can't be that basically the gems are in a box with a true statement cannot be true. Because if it is, well, I don't know. Well, we have just a paradoxical issue here going on with both of these. Let's say the gems are in the white box, and let's say only one of the statements on this box is false, right? Then they were both false. That's so paradoxical. This whole box is paradoxical. How is a paradoxical statement a true one or a false one? Does it count as a true or a false? If it counts as a false, then the black box should work. I'm going to guess the black box, and we'll see if it fails. It fails. Okay. That would just guess, because I don't really know the rules here. Like, if something is paradoxical, is it a true statement or a false statement? And of course, I missed out on the gems, and now I have no gems. That's amazing. Okay. Now I have 2 gems. I don't really like the observatory. Well, it might make me draft one next. No, I can draft a greenhouse. Okay. Problem is I don't have the lever handle. Which is to be good items in here. We got a sledgehammer. Okay, there does not appear to be any other items. Let me look at the sheet again. So, we got the first words of the true message. Yeah, okay, so find among the white trees. So the 5th one is trees. Now I forgot where the 6th and the 7th pages are, what room they're in. They're both in a room. Is that the attic? I forgot which room they are. So it's find among the white trees blank blank stones. I wonder where the white trees are. I only have one door forward, which is not a good situation. And no rerolls. I don't want to draft the archives. It really sucks when you draft in archives. Okay, secret garden key. Do I use it into something around white trees place? I did not make a locker, did I? Yeah, so I don't have a utility. I do not have a utility closet, so I did not turn off the gym. So I would put green, however, I don't have any gyms. So that's a problem. So I better put a hallway. I don't like either of these. I'll put the one that goes north, but I don't like either. Yeah, the problem is that green rooms tend to require gyms. And I don't want to do that to myself. Okay. Well, you forced me. Well, this would be really helpful considering I have no gyms. Oh, no, don't give me an item. It tends to be items up here, but not today, I guess. Also, there's no digs in here. Okay. Do I get another punishment? Yes. Great. That's what you get when you draft. That's what you get for drafting a dead end off a gymnasium. Okay. Give me something with doors, please. Yes. Okay, let's do the backwards. Exit. I realize that's stupid. Okay. I want to draft forwards because that ranking will give me the dinner. I want to make sure it occurs. Oh, this sucks. Well, the front door of the antechamber is not open, but I can still see if the lever is pullable. Wait, do I have a security here? Did I make a security? Yes, I did. Okay, so I want to turn the keycards off. Okay. Turn off the gym. Turn on the garage. Okay. Boom. And I'll eat it now because I don't think I'll be coming back. If I get a lever handle, I guess you can see if the lever pulls, but I won't be able to get into the antechamber. I'll just be able to only be able to test the theory that that's where the plenty of keys here. That's where the lever goes. Ah, cloister. I can't get in there to dig that. What? Okay, these trees are not white. They're... How would you get into... to dig that dig? It's just, like, not accessible. What kind of nonsense is that? Well, you tease me, but don't give me anything. Okay, so I deactivated the key stuff, so this should work fine. Well, it's kind of late in the game to get a metal detector. Kind of late in the run. Oh, now I have rerolls. Those would have been useful earlier. Yay, steps. Yeah, the ability to find turnips makes the digging pretty powerful. I don't want to use the gem. Although I could have put a wine cellar and gotten more gems. No, I'm going to exit because I might not need a key from the foundation. We'll see. If I can't get through, I do have rerolls. I don't like any of these. Well, I guess that's what rerolls are for. Okay. This one's fine. I have the gem. I can also do rerolls from it. Now, I have only one room left, and if it's not a gallery, I can't do anything. Try re-rolling. Great. Well, this time I had plenty of steps. I ended this whole thing with 34 steps. Put a lot of rooms down. got a greenhouse, but did not have a lever handle, and did not access the front door of the antechamber. Got to the side door of the antechamber, but with no way of opening the side door. So I had to call it a day with 34 steps left. I could go look outside and see if I can find white trees, maybe. Just to try to utilize part of the hint I was given. I don't have a mail. I didn't make a mail room. So if the vault key would be used in the mail room, I think the vault key is probably used in the vault, though. Just, guess, not the mail room. I did not get an opportunity to draft a vault. Wait, was this it? No, that's the patio. Going to the aquarium. Where's the aquarium? Here we go. I want to go through security. Wondering, what did I leave behind? They still left behind one gym. 6 gyms. Okay. I don't know where they are, but I must have missed a lot of gyms at some point. And that actually cost me, because there are places where I could have made a better room if I had gyms. So that cost me big not picking up those gyms wherever they were. Maybe there's a gym in the shelter. Okay. So are there any white trees that we can see here? Yeah, I do. There's white trees. They're kind of like aspen trees. So let's go there and see if there's any special kinds of stones. And I have a shovel, so if I have to dig, I can dig. I have a secret. Do I have a secret garden key? Yes, I have that too. So that's what that is. I can use that as well. Okay. Here's 2 stones. Dig. Oh! You dug up a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add conservatory to your drafting pool? Yes, please. Oh, it doesn't count. Is that under? Oh, it's under found floor plans. Okay. Okay. Cool. Can I dig there like several times? I presume not. Oh, there's another one of those valves you would use to turn on a torch. But we didn't try the 4-digit code, did we? I mean, we have 9, I already tried 9, whoops, 083. That was supposed to be a code to a safe, not a code to the garden. But that didn't work. Anything else? Where's the last part of the address? It's 2765. Okay, it's kind of a remote thing to... No. Okay, so... There's 9... there's no 0 on these. Or yes, there is. Okay, so there's 10 options per. So the number of combinations here... They're actually permutations, not... You know, they are combinations. They're combinations because you can repeat the same number. Is 10 to the 4th, which is 10,000. So, like, this whole process... So to brute force this would be 10,000 things, so you could go. Don't worry, I'm not going to actually go all the way through. I'm just going to demonstrate, like, how you do this. And I don't know if there's a certain time amount of time you have to hold it in place for it to react. So you might want to do it kind of slowly, maybe. I already did this, of course. That's silly. And then you go like this. So, if you did one, let's see, how about 2 numbers per second? So you did 120 numbers in a minute. To do 10,000 would take, well, let's say roughly 100 minutes, which would be about 2 hours. So it would take about 2 hours roughly to brute force this, which isn't too bad. But I may not necessarily do that on stream. That's not stream, this is a recording. On a recording, because that's a weird recording. But it would take about 2 hours to brute force this, if you wanted to. But now we know that this one is not 0. We've got to that step, right? I wanted to pick up where I left off on the brute forcing. So now we got what the keys to what the music was a hint of. We solved the music sheets puzzle. Was not very exciting. It didn't give me like lore or anything that really like get me closer to the 17th, the 46th room. All it really did was give me an extra floor plan. It gave me an extra thing to draft, and that's all. I guess at some point you pick up a screwdriver or something. Oh, the wrench! Oh, next time I get the wrench, I better come over there and see if I can use it there. That's... Now, the secret garden key, that's pretty brutal. It might be just a super obscure keyhole. Very Bionicle Paracosmos style. I'll deal with it later. Tool shed. Oh, no wrench this time. Well, I'm waiting for that wrench. Yeah, you get 2 extra steps usually for me when I do a tool shed because I actually go inside the tool shed. Shucks, I don't have any gems yet. Oh, I have the metal detector now, don't I? Okay, so it's doing the metal detector things. Does not detect gems, though, because gems are not metal. So I can end up leaving behind gems like I did last time. It caused me problems. Okay, let's get the package. Two gems and a compass. Okay. Okay, there's no numbers on the boxes in here, which means the vault key would then be used in the vault. Oh, it's beeping at me. Oh, that's further away. Oh. Ooh, that was camouflaged by table legs, or chair legs, or whatever. Stool legs. Okay, no shovel. Though I do have a sledgehammer. Just checking for any other items. Oh, there was an item. Okay. I don't know if I would want to put a Great Hall unless... I had a foyer. Then I could put a great hall. Yeah, this is a good set of doors. Well, which way would I want? No, I'd want the hallway, not the boiler. I can connect that back into the entrance hall. Shame to waste the corridor, but oh well. Need the corridor for later in the game. Okay. Oh, fine. Kind of a waste of the drawing room, but whatever. Again, it's better later in the game. Nook. I draw from the drawing room because it's the drawing room, so use the drawing room to draw this. Probably for some better stuff. Yeah, parlor. Now this will give me 3 gems if I don't mess it up. And if it doesn't give me baloney. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Okay. The white box has exactly 1 true statement. Let's see what the rule, like, the exact wording of the rules here. Oh, plural, okay. One will have false, all false. One will be all true. Okay. Okay, let's say that the gems are in the blue box. Then that statement is true. Okay. Okay, these link together. So if the blue, yeah, if the gems are in the blue box, then this statement is true. That statement is true. And that's true. So the white is all true. So then this would be a false. So the blue box would be, this would have a false. And this would be a false. So this would be all, white would be all true. Blue would be all false. And black would be a mixture. Okay, so the gems being in the blue box does work. I got it wrong anyway. Well, there goes my gems. I tried for them. The game just didn't want me to have them. Okay, so we got to put the kitchen, even though it uses my gem. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have a rainy red rooms in my house, but that is significant. The thing is, though, I'm going to buy one banana now, because I'm probably not going to come back here. Oh, and what do we need to put? Okay, boiler room. Okay. Interesting. So I want to put a boiler room then. That requires gyms. I didn't get my gyms. Oh! Hopefully I get another chance. Yep, I'm from a hallway, so I should put it now. Sleep mask. Okay, now we get at least a gym. Yeah, failing the parlor has big consequences, unfortunately. There it is. Okay, so now I get a big prize from the dining room if I can make the dining room. I suppose I should power this just in case something with power gets made next to it by some weird mechanism. The hallway can't be powered, so I know straight isn't. We'll guess left or right. Okay, let's go left. Let's go towards the dead end. Well, it would not be a dead end, towards the less, like, active side. I don't have any gyms. Oh, I messed it up. There we go. Leave the system on, I guess. Because I may not have a gym to make security. Turn the gym off. I know it's telling me to make it archives in a way because you can power them, but like, they're terrible. Okay, now I have an opportunity to connect things in here. Like, straight through the Great Hall, which would be very useful if I just could go through. It doesn't happen. Shucks. Well, that cuts everything off awkwardly. Okay, these are all cutoffs. I don't have any gyms, so I can't make the servants' quarters, which will only give me one key at the time. So I'll make the thing that gives me gyms, which is what I need the most right now. Checking that I don't have the shovel. Okay, I'm in an only one door forward bad situation. I have no red room, so tomato soup won't do me any good yet. Up, I can put a hallway. Good. I can use this and then make the tomato soup do something, but yeah. Tomato soup for myself. Oh, there's a key for this too? Oh, I turned the gym off so I can do this. Like, why would you waste that door? Save the gym for later and, like, you know, use the observatory. Because I want to save the gym for later to make something entirely different besides either of them. That's why. Okay. At least aquarium is the best. Oh, I have a sleep mask. I forgot about that. Should I go for the front door or the side door? Well, both, but I want to figure out which one to use the key on. None of these work. Well, hallway it is. Phooey. Can I go in this one? Okay, well I can pull into the side door. Commissary gives me a chance to buy a shovel. Locksmith gives me a chance to buy a key. Well, I want to make the door open though. I'll make a conference room. Contemplate all that and go, in the end, conference room. And I got a key on the ground by luck. That helps me. I don't have enough gyms for the master bedroom, though. Okay, so let's see here. I get 2 keys if I put a servant's quarters, because I have 1 other bedroom, and that's just bedroom. And it counts as a bedroom itself. And I get 2 keys from the storeroom, because it has 2 keys in it. So I'm gonna go for the storeroom, because it's like more stuff plus the keys, yes? I can also put a boudoir, but I haven't put a ladyship's chamber, so it's not gonna do as good as it could. Okay, I mean, now that I have keys, I'm gonna use them where they're needed the most, which is in the higher ranks. I have not been hit with an electronic keycard yet. My lack of security has prevented me from turning them off, and I think the closet I have them on. Like, the closet has them on, and then security is not letting me... I don't have a security, so I can't make it so that... You know what I mean. Well, put the hallway, gee. Give me more doors. Okay. Now, just to make sure I get the other door in the antechamber, is this where I should use the special key? Yes. Oh. Okay. Security. Coins are there in security. Okay, no goodies on the desk. What did I leave behind? 1 gym. Okay, I kind of would like to have that gym, but I don't have it, I guess. Should stop missing stuff. So I'm gonna take... It's on medium. Let's try to move it down to low. So I don't have any of those doors yet, but I could get one. And then... Unlocked. Back. Then I theoretically could go back to the, all the way back to the utility closet, and then get rid of all the security, and then get rid of the, key card doors. Only 2 physical keys left. Okay, we want to put the commissary. Oh yeah, we're doing a progressive there. We're gonna have to figure out that. mess. Okay. A shovel would be nice, but I want a set of gems. So I'm going to spin my stuff on gems. So let's go back. Let's go back to the utility closet in an attempt to turn off that keycard door. Of course, there's another purpose to that. Eating dinner. Well, I still have enough steps to get to that dining room. I want to get to that back to that dining room. Yeah, I did not buy the shovel because I wanted the gems more. Well, hopefully that will back. I think I'm going to be good on steps because I have the dining room's steps here. It should give me 30 steps. Is that a meatloaf? That's a shepherd's pie. No, country stew pie is what that's called. Okay. Okay, I kept its promise. It gave me 30 steps. Yeah, so I won't need the turnips if I have 36 steps in this far along. Okay, where's the boiler room? This way. Okay. Turn the keycard system off. So I suppose I should draft from here first because it's less likely to be locked because it's lower ranked than the hallway above. Yeah. This may sound weird, but I don't want the... Instead of the cloister, I think I would prefer to just cut it off and get my items from the walk-in closet. Although putting the bunk room would help too get me steps later, but I think I want my items more so than steps. Cupcake is 10 steps. Okay, interesting. Well, I have plenty of steps now. I got some of those gems. I paid a gem and got 2 gems back. Yeah, that cuts that off, but I wanted those items. And I wanted to get that dead end out of my drawing pool, right? Because I don't want a dead end someplace like here. My lack of keys is very problematic. I only have 1 key. And these rooms are very likely to be locked because they're all high rank. We'll use it, but... let's put it, gee whiz. There's a lot of, just to be a lot of items in here. So that cuts off 2 of the spaces. I can't use them now because yeah, I blocked them off. Oh, does anybody need steps? Herb. The controls for the Foundation elevator are located behind the Foundation. I read this before, but I was like not doing commentary at the time, so let me do it again with the commentary. So, controls can be accessed by another room adjacent to the Foundation. Clear the security feature flaw, please advise. Well, the Foundation elevator is already turned on for me permanently, so that's it. I don't have to deal with anything more beyond that. And it just says, Simon, I never intended to finish writing this letter, but by now you must know the... It's funny. It's a pun on itself. Okay. I have to have cannons in our bedroom, of course. And this is a copy of The Red Prince. Yeah, I always fail this. So you're trying to get them all lit up, and I always make them all not lit up. Okay, so not lit up ones don't do anything. That does that. That does not. Okay. Well, I turned them all off. Great. Okay, failed it again. And there's the master bedroom. Okay, so with no keys we progress. Locked. Only one way forward now. So these are all bad because they're all dead ends. Well, they're dead ends if the door goes the wrong way, right? So I like the greenhouse because it gives me items and stuff that are useful, and he has the way to get into the front of the antechamber, but we can't access the front door of the antechamber anyway. We don't have the lever, so the only thing good about it would give me items. So we gotta redraw. Well, hall goes through, I guess. Can I buy a key? No, keys not for sale. Okay. Great. Guess you have to make a key thing for that. So this is probably the end then. There's like zero... Because we're on the west wing, and the west wing has a higher chance of being locked, and we're trying to open something that's already on rank 8. Like, how is it not going to be locked? Yep. So yes, that ends this run. Not enough keys. Stifled by a lack of keys. If there were more keys, I could have filled up like 6 more spaces. That was a metal detector too when I ran out of keys. And I had 70 steps at the end. Sometimes steps are no object. Yeah, spawn, like... Give me the right combination of things. Give me the lever handle with the greenhouse, with being able to access the front of the antechamber, or give me a gallery. And I still don't know for certain if the gallery actually gets you into the antechamber, but I'm just guessing it will. It's not giving me a gallery yet this whole playthrough, this whole session. Okay, shelter. There's a gym in there. I did not get it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start with the bedroom. No items in the bedroom, unfortunately. Let me do a nook. Make a hallway. Yep, correct. Oh, no. Well, at least we have a din still in the save in the pool for later. That's good. Should have made it in. Didn't think it. Study. I'll do parlor. Oh, is this another 2 statement per thing? Great. Well, I have a 1 out of 3 chance. The top statement of each box is true. The above statement is true. Okay, let's assume these are both true, then what happens? The gyms are not in this box, and the above statement is false. Well, that doesn't say anything about the second statement. The second statement could still be false. The gems are in this box. The above statement is true. Okay. The top statement of each box is true. Doesn't that have to be false? Because there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There's always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Right? So there has to be at least one where they're both false. So the top statement of if each box is true is a false statement. So the above statement is false, also a false statement. The above statement is true is false. So it's double false on black. Black is false. Black is the false one. So that means one of these two has to be double true. The gems are not in this box. The above statement is false. Well, because the above statement is false negates the top statement, the white box cannot be the double true. That means that the blue box has to be the double true. It says the gems are in it. Okay, I got that one. Man, the double statement ones are annoying, though. Yeah, because I want to get the garage, so that's why I'm pushing the... Let's say put a hallway. No garage. Okay, well, get the items. Reroll. Gem. So we're starting to collect gems, we just don't have enough keys. We need keys now. I don't like how they all put a door right into the nook. That's a wasted door. So no matter what I do, I'm going to waste a door. But I do have a shovel, so I can do digs in here. I do not have a sledgehammer, so that just gets wasted. But I'm pretty early, so I'm going to key it anyway, because I'm pretty low rank. So I don't have to... Oh, and I got the key back, so it's worth it. Although you can't guarantee that. The gamble paid off. Okay. Shovel, battery pack, and maybe a broken lever makes something. Okay, so, yeah, so shovel plus battery plus broken lever makes something, right? And then we also know that shovel plus sledge makes something. And we know that compass plus battery pack makes something. Those are the crafting things we have discovered so far. Although I don't know if I would want to use my broken lever to craft something. That's kind of a waste of it. Okay, den. Oh, we can put a security. So let's put a security. I could have spare room and go back to the main hall, but the opportunity to put a security cannot be passed up. I guess there's a gem in the time safe or something. That's why it's telling me there's one gem. Because there's a time lock safe in the shelter, which I have. I just didn't waste the gems the steps to go inside it, and I didn't set up the time lock safe or anything like that. Keycard systems. Security level to low, but then change the offline mode to unlocked. And if we get a utility box soon, we can come back here and change it to high. So we can get a lot of those doors and have them be there and not locked and stuff. I hate this. Okay, well... Since it's so low rank, putting a dark room doesn't really punish me too much, so I'm going to put a dark room. Why is this... What makes it not go dark? Oh! The shelter! Oh, okay. I was confused. I was like, what's going on here? Okay. Don't see any items, don't see the broken lever. Sometimes it shows up in the dark room. I don't want to put a furnace. I don't really want to put a lab either, so I'll put a hallway. Which is lame, it doesn't do anything. I was planning on doing something with this. There's the breaker box. Okay. Let's turn on the breaker box. Turn off the keycard system. Turn the gym off. Or the dark room, we'll leave it on. Whatever, I don't care. Off. And the garage will turn. No. The garage will turn on. Like, we're not going to go back to the garage, but there we go. Okay. So now... I'll go back to security. I'll use a step to do this. I will then... Since I have them... offline, and unlocked when offline, I now want to set the security level to high, so I get a lot of them, which will decrease the amount of physical keys I need, because it'll give me electronic keys instead, which I can do. Okay, and then to go back in here, through here. I don't really have enough coins to make a laundry room useful, so I'll put this. Okay, now up to 3 keys. Which is not the best. Now I have only 1 door to progress from. I hate that situation. This seems to happen every time. Okay, so everything bottlenecks right here. I want to put a chapel just so I don't have... I'm going to be sheltered from it. That's going to waste the sheltering. Or a kitchen. Oh, I'll put the pantry. I don't like this because it leaves me more. It takes me from 1 door to 1 door. I want more doors, but I don't want to be sheltered from a chapel because there's so many worse red rooms to be sheltered from. Okay, so this is where I want to use my reroll if something bad happens. Why does this have to be locked? Oh, okay. Hallway. Put a dead end in here. Yeah, I guess... Oh, I can do a workshop. Do I have anything to, like, workshop with? No. Okay, then I'm not gonna put a workshop. Put a guest bedroom. Here's the gym. I don't like any of these, but I don't want to waste the redraw because the other door, I don't want to get dead ended on the door above me. So I don't want to waste a gym on a kitchen. And so I will put a dummy hallway here that's just the dummy hallway and just not go in there. Okay. And adds another hallway to tomorrow's draft pool. That's what it does. That's its function. Okay, got a drawing room. That's good. Now I have 2 doors. Things are less desperate. Not a good place for a passageway, necessarily. Although... Let's do redraw. There we go. Yeah, it is a good place for a pool. So I'll put a pool. Now see if we can turn left here. I want to click this. I can, using a chapel or a hallway. I'll put the hallway just so I don't waste the sheltering on a chapel. Okay, put a nice dead end here. Oh, I have to use a key for it? Well, maybe it's a dead end with a key in it. Fine. Don't want to waste the redraw on this. I don't know if I have Windfall with 3 gems. 3 coin. I'll hold off buying yet. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I want something that turns to the left so I can put a dead end there. Like any of these, but I'll put the garage and I'll get my keys. I'll do this because I can. I'm not gonna actually go out there because I'm gonna use a step to do that. But I could, so I did. Okay, so we didn't get to. I don't get to draft something in every single space this time, unfortunately. This is an okay place to put a dining room. I'll put it. Items just lying around. Man, I'm eating through keys. I do not have a sleep mask, do I? So putting a bunk room will just give me the fruit in there, and then if I have a master bedroom, it'll count as 2. Well, if I make a servant's quarters, I'll give me more keys. I'll put the conference room. Maybe there'll be an item laying around. But there is not. Okay. And yes, I'll get sheltered from the chapel, so that's my second bedroom, right? Yeah, I'll to use all the gems. Or should I not? It gets me keys. Nah, I won't use the gems. Do I have a sledgehammer? No. I don't want to waste my key on that. That would be a big bad move. That would be a really bad move. None of these get me in the door. They all go the wrong way. Redraw. Okay. Let's not waste steps going in there yet. Okay, so that side of the antechamber is now there. And we've made all the doors in the hallways unlocked, which is very useful. Locked. My lack of keys is a big problem. Okay, what else do I need here? Trophy room. I'll eat it. I don't like making a trophy room. You know, a trophy room might be worth 10 steps. Okay. Is this unlocked? Unlikely. I mean, it's really high rank and such. Yeah, unlikely. Okay. Let's get a few more coins. Let's try going from the pool next, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'd want the Boudoir. Nothing lying around in here. Okay, that gives me access to the foundation. I can dig for turnips. Oh, I got a key. That's even better. There's my turnip. Okay. So I got one more coin. So now I can buy 2 coins at the coin shop. 2 keys at the key shop. Nope. Okay. Want something that turns left. I mean, I get it. I do not have a reroll. Gym. Okay, those are my 3 shelters. The red rooms from here on out will do me in. Okay, I'm glad I turned the security up because that's getting me these things instead of key locked doors. Ah, oh, shucks, I don't have the gems. Don't have anything really to workshop either. Workshop puts me through though, so allows me to draft another thing on the other side, so that helps a little bit. And it could have items in it like this. Oh, that's a U now instead of a T. Okay, T-U. No, wasn't that once have an H in it? So it could be an H or a U or a T. Interesting. Okay, this goes through to the chapel, or you can put a dead end. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Well, I don't really have gems to use this with. Don't have gyms to draw this, so I just put a bunk room, I guess. Okay, so one key and a lockpick. This is brutal. And enough money to buy 2 keys. If I get 2 more gems, I could make 2 more coins. I could get a set of 3 keys. Pick it. Oh, there's my conservatory. The problem is I don't have a gym to make it with. I need a gym. So I had to put pumps. I don't know what good does do, but I've now made pumps. Okay. No, I can't access this side. Okay. Because I don't have any rerolls, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't have enough gems to buy the locker room. So I have to put the mailroom. Order placed. Okay, I walked in here just in case there's an item laying around. There does not appear to be. Okay, so I only have one door to the antechamber I can access, and that's the left one, or the west one. Okay. Well, give me a way to open that door. What? Okay, so I want to make it a blue room next, right? I gotta put it... I don't have a gym for the secret passage, so I can't do that. Because I have to put a billiard room. Okay, 11 coins. Saving for that 12 coins and trying to get those 12 coins. Although right now the only thing that'll do me good is to get a key, get out of the dining room. I already have a key for that. Uh, 10. And then here it does the thing. Okay. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Squared is 81. Minus 21 is 60. Divided by 10 is 6. We have 3, but it's like minus 3, if you know what I mean. And then... yeah, why is it... it's minus. Then we have multiplied by 3, so that makes 9, or minus 9. Add 10, that might make 1. Multiply by 1, and you get 1. I don't know if the answer is 1, if you want to hold a negative or not. Yes, they want me to hold a negative, okay. And we get a key. Okay. Oh, I missed a dig. If only I had gyms to make that conservatory, because then I could have increased the frequency of the... maybe, I don't know if it had this functionality or not, but maybe it could increase the frequency of making a greenhouse. Okay, I don't know what good thing we can put here. That doesn't require gyms. Oh, something that gives me gyms. That would be great, yes. Okay, there's only one more place I can draw. I don't think I want to use the silver key there because it tends to make things with more... Oh, there's the car keys. I didn't notice them before. It'd be a long way to go back to the car, though. No, not really. Let's go... No, we can just go there. Let's do that. Get the reward. We have enough steps. I have plenty of steps. No shortage of steps. The secret garden key. Okay. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 4. From the side, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's in that hallway. Okay, plenty of steps. Let's go back to it. This looks like the spot. Time to start digging. Okay? Let's dig the floor. Will this be another red envelope? Digging for a long time. One of the lost coffers of Mount Holly. It contains 8 gems. So that's what that does. It just gives you a bunch of gems. I thought it would be more exciting than that. This game is so stingy with its lore and stuff. Okay. I don't need any more keys. No rerolls. Let's just see what we get. Lockpick kit. Of course. Laboratory, nurse's station, and kitchen. What nonsense. That one poor lonely square. I was so close to getting the whole map. No, I can't use the secret garden key here. There just isn't anything. I mean, for it to be a key to something, it has to be on the edge, right? So you have to walk the bounds of the allowable, like the allowable limits. Is there a gym in there? I'm curious. Here's what the security was on about. Oh yeah, okay. I see. So there's always a gym in here. Once you've unlocked the time-lapse safe, it stays unlocked. Okay. Now I know. So now I should actually go into... the shelter when I make it, and not just walk away. Okay. And get that gem. Maybe like tools that you can craft in the workshop are the kind of things that can get you into these places. Okay, still only got 2 out of the 4 of those lit up. Well, I spent that whole day starved of gems, and then I ended up with a big windfall of gems at the end, and it doesn't matter because it was at the end. I adapted the whole house by then. And I was so close to getting a room on every slot in the house, but I failed because there's one slot open. Like, at least spawn for me a gallery or something. Come on here. I don't like any of these. I'll put a root cellar. I don't like any of these, though. I will not check for items. Security tells me there was an item, well then I'll know. Things need to go better when I get a tool shed, because then I can get tools that are useful. If I don't have a shovel, a root cellar doesn't do me very much good. That'll give me a lock. If I can put a foyer, then I'll put a great hall afterwards. Does it work if I put the foyer before I put the great hall before I put the foyer, and it retroactively unlocks all the great hall's doors? Beautiful. I like you. Good item so far. Although I'd like some gems or something, because I keep getting options to draft this kind of thing, and I don't have any gems for it. Don't have gems for it. Okay, I won't draft in there until I get gems, just in case that's a garage prompt. 9. No. Another thing, I don't know what it does. Does it reciprocal? So does it make it into a 3? So that's 6 minus 3 is 3. Is that what that does? Does it round to make it 0? Perhaps. So 18 divided by 10 is like 1.8, and then it makes it 2? Is that what's going on here? Oh, I see, okay. 11. Well, I round that, and it rounds to 10. Is that what that means? Why did it not go? Did the game freeze? Oh, I have to hit it twice? This is so weird. Okay, so 10 times 16 is 160. Divided by 10 is 16. Is 16 again, right? No. Okay. This is 6. This was 2, right? So it's 10 twice. Okay, 10 times 16 divided by 10. You would think it would be 16, but that did not work. So 10 times 16, say I round it up to 200, and then divide by 10, I get 20. Okay. 10 times 11 is 110. If we round that, that's 100, and then if we divide by 20, we get 5. This is so weird. Not that hard though, this time, but weird. There's so much progression to the billiard room thing. I don't like how this house is being made currently. All my parlor stuff is all double statement now. Okay, the gems are in the black box, the gems are in the white box. Well, because it's contradictory, this can't be the double truth or the double false, right? No, it could be double false. Okay. This statement is true. The above statement is false. Okay. So that can be the double false, but it can't be because... Wait a second. How do I judge the veracity of this statement is true? So the top statement is true, and the bottom statement is false. If the bottom statement is false, the lower statement is true. So this is the difference. This is not the double true or the double false. This is one or the other. This can't be double true, so it's probably double false, which means the gems are probably in the blue box. This is not an empty box. The gems are not in the black box. Yeah, this is the double true. This is the double false. And then that's the mixture. And so the gems have to be in the blue box. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, you spawn me a gallery? No? You're gonna give me this nonsense? There we go, passageway. If I had to use my secret garden key, that would be crazy. Security! Oh, it's a coupon book I didn't pick up somewhere, okay. Security level to low. Change offline mode to unlocked. I'm gonna do what the drafting strategy things don't tell you to do and just drill. Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in. Okay, I have a gym so I can put a garage if it lets me. Yeah, it let me. Oh, I have a key card. Wait a second, I goofed up then on the... Okay, I can go back and fix that. I'm also going to change this to locked because I have a key card, and that might affect the foundation. Anyway, set the security level to high. Set it high, yeah. Well, this sucks. I'm gonna get archived. We got a lot of things in the world that can be powered by Steam, though, which is interesting. No items sitting around, okay. We don't have a gym, although that would be great. So we have to use the mystery thing. Oh no, it's the library. Okay, well we blocked the front door of the antechamber. What you do when you recklessly go through this thing without rerolls? Okay, I can't do that. So now we're gonna mess myself up again. Yes, I did this to myself. Well, that's the room right next to me. I just don't have a shovel, so I can't actually do it. Okay. I need to know if my answer is going to be correct. Although it makes the Hall of Mirrors not work, but whatever. Okay, so let's put in thick. Which may or may not be correct. Even though it says thick and you can spell thick, doesn't necessarily mean that thick is the right answer. Although if it wasn't thick, what would it be, right? Something to do with handcuffs? Okay, so what we thought, so this one we thought would be definite would be the answer. Whoops, I already rolled past now to go back to it. F. Oh. Realize, like, locked in. I wonder, that's interesting. So the thick didn't do anything, and this photon didn't do anything. So the only right answer I have in all of this is realize. None of the other runs are correct. Okay, well I guess it's realized. That's all I can think of. Something happens here, I think. We get the answers right. Something happens on this right here on this side of the gallery. What? Okay, well if this is not thick... What's a lake? Like some sort of speaker or microphone, and a shooting star-like hand holding handcuffs. Do I have to like work on this here? So how could definite not be the right answer? Okay, so T S C D B W. Is W rare? Yes, it's rare. Okay. F is also kind of rare. And P, which is also rare. Okay, H I E R L C O A. Okay, so this is probably a vowel. I O U R N T A and E. So all of the vowels are sitting there, okay. C M N R A, E, I, and D. K, E, R, S, N, A, T, D. So, 5-letter word. I mean, thorn, it can also be put in here. But I don't see how thorn has anything to do with the prompt. So if I were to brute force this, how long would it take? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 8 letters per slot. 8 to the 5th power. Oh, that's huge. That's a huge number of things. Okay. But 8 to the 3rd power isn't that, so I can brute force the last 3 letters somewhat. So I can narrow it down, right? So let's say we start with thick. So I can do like an abbreviated brute force. And I'm going to pause for a second to do this. Not to do the brute force, but to get a tool to make it easier. Okay, I'm back. And I'm back with the New College Edition, the American Heritage Dictionary of the English Language. So, let's go to T. And look at start with words that start with THIC, right? How you do this. And we see thick, thicken, thickening, thicket. Look for things that are 5 letters, and there's nothing, right? So we know that it's not a C, right? So we immediately iterate the C thing. Now we have thim, right? So we look for anything that has a thim that's 5 letters long. And we find nothing. So then we do thin. I knew that would happen. Think is the answer. Interesting. So the answer is think. Think. Joe Alfred, you're funny. Okay. Oh, it's just gems? The only thing I'm going to get out of this is gems? Why am I even bothering? I thought this would be so much more special. It's just gems. Well, what if there's something more special in the other box? Okay, let's go to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letter one because. So. Go back to P. Go to PHO. Wait, we can't make phallus, can we? No, third letter can't be A. Okay, just making sure. So, where's photon? Okay. Looking for 6-letter words here. Photom is a root of photometry. It's not a word in itself. Yeah, photon, that's a word. That's the only 6-letter word in that category. So no, this can't be an O. The problem with phot is, okay, we kind of need a vowel after the T, like guaranteed, right? So we phota, phote, but there isn't any phota or phote. The first phot word is actually photic. So we know we can't be a phot. The only thing that the phot that starts with phot that makes a word with what we have here is actually photon. So the T must be different. Okay. So what can the T be? Well, you can have phos, right? It can be an S. But all the words those are too long. So phos is not it. Foy. I don't think there's any words with their foy. I don't think that's the thing. Can I put an in? Okay, well, we'll get there. No, I can't. Yeah, foy is just not a thing. Folk. Not a thing. Fove. That'd be a really weird word. There's nothing there. Foi, nothing there. Fode. No words. So they can't have T here. Well, we can't have this. O is wrong already. If photon doesn't take, right? Now after PH, you almost certainly will have a vowel. So is anything fe? We have an O and an I are the only two vowels we have here, right? So fi. Okay, do phylum. No. There's no else. You can't do like Philip. These are all fill words. There's nothing. Oh, we can put an. If we put an L, we can make flag. We can make flay words. Can we put an E here? No. Nope. Doesn't look like it's PH to start with, oddly enough. Um, harsh. Poor. This is so hard. Fote. No, do you have any PO words? Polar. POR words? A lot of them. Poor toll? No, we have no L at the end. Portage. No G. Porter. I mean, it can be made. Was not the answer. Okay. Okay, so if this word is think, and this word is realize, then the rest of them would be like some sort of like thinking sort of word, right? Because thinking is something you do with your brain. Realizing is something you do with your brain. Um, What do you do with your brain that's P? Okay, the third one can't be, the one with the infinity can't be remember. Because there's no B. Ponder? Ponder. It's another thing that means to think. Ruminate? I said that as a joke, but it will actually fit. It will fit. Okay, I got the dictionary out, but I didn't need the dictionary. I think I solved it. Room innate. What? What is room 8? Room in 8. Room 8. Okay then. Okay, that's locked. Continuing on. I do not have the hammer. Okay, where is the treasure supposed to be? Well, I don't have the shovel, but I'd like to recall. Okay, so it's where the Hall of Mirrors is. I'll have to remember that. Archives done do this to me. The archives! That's brutal. That's so brutal. Okay, still do not have the shovel. Yes, security level to high for the win. Well, still do not have the sledgehammer or the shovel, so I have to look at this and want for it, but not get it. Of course, that's locked. I need a dining room right now, please. Or a guest bedroom, or something like that. Oh, I use my guest bedroom. This is brutal. I can't anything. Okay then. Oh no, the running shoes will help me now, but okay. Guest bedroom does not work twice, right? I'm done. Even if it makes a dining room, I don't have enough steps to actually go into said room. Or kitchen would help too, but I don't have enough steps to use the kitchen. Okay, well, I solved the gallery, but I didn't finish the run. And it gives me gems and the key to room 8, whatever that means. Yeah, not the den yet, because I want the doors to go this way. Okay. Don't see any other items. Wait, does this give me, like, what that does? Green do something about green rooms, and purple about bedrooms, and red rooms, and blue normal rooms? Is that how that works? What would it do to bedroom? Would it just get more bedrooms if you put it... I don't know. Is that what purple does? This at least gives me more doors for cutting the entrance hall off. Okay. Now I want to turn the other way, but the compass might get in my way. Well, I can put a chapel. Okay. Put... Drafting locations. West Wing only, the garage, the West Wing hall, and her ladyship's chamber. From south-facing doors. So ladyship's chamber, you have to go around backwards, right? East Wing only. East Wing hall and master bedroom. Okay, we noticed that. Other specialty spaces. Conservatory, only draftable in a corner. Okay. And the bookshop is only draftable from the library. Okay, so the conservatory is only in a corner. So the looks like the greenhouse can be drafted from either side. Now we know the rules. I thought it was only the east wing, but it appears to be the east wing and the west wing. Apple. Okay, here's the thing we can do. In the conservatory, you will be able to permanently adjust the rarity and rates that determine how often certain floor plans are drawn. Floor plan consideration. Today you may adjust the rarities of the following floor plans. Well, let's see. How is the gymnasium? The gymnasium is standard. I don't want to make it commonplace because it sucks. Standard, unusual, rare. Yeah, that's fine. Spare room is commonplace. Yeah, that's fine. Vestibule. Wait. Unusual. Let's make it standard. Okay. So I didn't adjust these. They're both. So this one's still commonplace, and this one is still standard. Okay, that's fine with me. I'll get this one off the pool. Oh wait, I'm sheltered, aren't I? Am I sheltered? No, I'm not. Okay. Oh yeah, I was the tool shed. Okay, so why did I waste steps going in here? Why did I do that? Why did I do that to myself? Don't do that. Well, I already did it. That was dumb. Okay, got it out of the pool. That was important. Okay. Look. Yes, I used to have a lot of coins, but I'm doing this weird drafting technique here. Just bear with it. I think I create a cutoff square. It left me with only one door left. Great, I don't like that. This box statement is both true and false. Well, that's false. This statement is as true as the white box's statement. The blue box contains the gems if its statement is false. Okay. So that statement is false. If this statement is true, then it has the gems. And that's true. So true, true, false. That's so valid, and that one has the gems. Yeah, that was a simple one. Oh, security. Perfect. Cool, I didn't miss anything. Security level too low. Sweet. Well, again, I'll make these all purple. I still don't know if that does anything I care about. Turn off the keycard system. Turn off the gym. Okay. To waste steps going back to security. Oh, I'm so low on steps. I need a guest bedroom ASAP. Okay, there's a lack of goodies here. Okay, I'm going to actually go forward, because if I can get through to a late rank, I can get okay. Get through to a late rank as wasted security door. I can make the dining room work for me if I get a chance to draft it. I'm so low on steps. So let's make something on this rank. All three of these are bad. But oh, let's put a spare room. And if we can put a dining room on this rank itself, that would be great. Lockpick. We can't, but we can put a pool. Now can I put a guest bedroom here? A servant's quarters is still good, because it gives me the sleep mask benefit. That's all it does, though. There are 12 major keys. Okay. So the major keys are the silver key, which unlocks ordinary doors. It just makes it so that, you know, that you get more doors coming from them, right? Then you have the secret garden key. Then you get the rainbow key, which you find it in the music room, and I forgot what it does. You have the key to room 8. You have the master key, which you can buy in the what's it called? The showroom. Now these are questionable, so questionable ones, perhaps the car keys count as a major key. Not sure. They probably don't, because they don't unlock a door that goes somewhere, right? So probably not. And then there's also the vault key, but that doesn't unlock a door again, so that's also probably not. So those are the ones I know of so far. The silver key, the secret garden key, the rainbow key, the key to room 8, the master key, oh, and the card key. The card key, definitely, that's a major key. And that's only 6. So there's a lot I haven't discovered yet, apparently. Come on, give me a guest bedroom or a dining room or something like that. Yes! Okay, what does it need? Aquarium. Well, let's go above and below it and see if we can put an aquarium in either. No. Great. Oh, I have a key card now. Interesting. But I do not have a basement key. It would probably exist somewhere, and then the last thing is the coupon book. Okay. I'll put a billiard room. Don't really have enough money to buy anything in the showroom. And I'll just eat this because it's unlikely I'll ever get aquarium. Well, they'll probably use a lot of steps if I get an aquarium and then I come back here. That coming back here from the aquarium will probably use the 10 extra steps anyway. Okay, so now I have some steps. So I go into the billiard room, do the billiard room puzzle. Okay, 20. One divided by 3, flip. Is it turned into 3? Or not? Okay. Let's try 3 is the answer. Okay, so 20, 6, 6 divided by 1/3 is 18. No, 6 minus 1/3 is 6, if you round it. Okay. 11 double round is 10. Okay. 20 times 10 is 200. Minus 18 is like 182, but then we're going to round it back up to 200. Divide by 20 and get 10. Okay. So now we have 16 times 2 is 32. Round that down to 30. Divide by 10 and you get 3. And then we subtract 2 and get 1. However, if you double round, if you tens place round that 1, you get 0. But 0 is not on this, so 1. What? Okay, 26 divided by 1/3 is 9. The answer wasn't 9 though, was it? Okay, 20. No, it's subtract. Yeah, 6 minus 1/3 and then round it to 6. This is 10. This was also 10. Okay, 16 minus 2 is... No, 16 times 2 is 32. Round that to 30. Divide by 10, you get 3. Subtract 2, you get 1. But then the rounding didn't... So do we 10? Oh, okay, they're all 3 or 10. 2 minor keys. Because that's what we're calling them now, apparently. Should we go back to the breaker box and turn it on, the keycard system on? Yes, just in case, although it will take up steps. I want to get it done. Okay, this is my only door forward. So if this fails, I fail. Well, the passageway gives me 2 doors. I'll put that. Yeah, I get steps from the sleeping mask. Good. Okay, I'm still only down to 1 door. I'd like something that gives me more than 1 door, please. Like a vestibule. Okay. So one of these doors will be locked, right? Okay, let's drill forward. Lockpick. Ah, Philly. Yes, put a foyer. Now if I have a great hall, it'll all be unlocked. My lack of rerolls is disturbing. Okay, we gotta put a gym, because we gotta have that door to... that another door open to the antechamber. Sometimes there's items in the gym. Should I risk? Oh, yes, I will. I'll risk it. I'll get these items. This item. Okay. Should I go for the 3rd antechamber door? I guess. I don't have any rerolls though, so it's risky. Do have the compass though, that helps. Okay, so the commissary goes in the correct direction. That's all I really care about. It can also buy stuff there, but like... I can buy gems. Salt shaker, sledgehammer, metal detector. Okay, 2 gems. Oh, okay, a coupon book. Okay, 3 gems. Okay, security level high, coming in clutch. Put the pump room, it's going in the right direction. I won't bother walking in there, though. Okay. Now we gotta go back. We have a 1 door to progress from. I hate that situation. And that's in the vestibule. We already did the locked door in the vestibule, so it should be unlocked. The locker room is the only thing that allows me to make more things. The other things are dead ends. I would like to have more than 1 door forward so I can, you know, use... Number 10. Okay. I don't want to waste any keys. I'm just looking if there's like a freebie. There is not. Okay. Yeah, I would put that guest bedroom in a heartbeat if I had 2 doors. But I only had 1 door. Okay, still only 1 door to progress from. Try to pick it. Like, that feel when the lockpick doesn't work. Okay. Try to fill the dead space here. Man, I have so many items. None of them I think will actually, I know will craft, right? So, I can craft the shovel with a broken lever with a battery. No, we don't have that combination. I can do a shovel and a sledgehammer. Can't do that combination. I can do a compass with a battery pack. Don't have that. Okay, do I have a more door? Oh. I can get 10 steps out of it that way. Yeah, I won't take the bait. Instead, let's put the veranda. Maybe this will give me steps by giving me a turnip. Or give me a gem. Okay. Now this could give me a ladyship's chamber as well. It would be a little more reasonable here, but I'd sort of like to fill my space, if you know what I mean. Okay. Secret garden key. Okay. So that kind of eliminates all hope for another ladyship's chamber, because it only points... It spawns on the west wing and only pointing down. Don't have gyms for the office. So my run ends here. We'll dump the laboratory. I'm gonna have one room unpopulated again. Give me the option for a bunk room again. Nope, it's a sauna. Okay, we got a sauna. Oh, I got the lever. But... wow, I have so many items. I only have one item slot in the inventory. But we don't have any doors left with which to craft a workshop. So, to make a workshop, I only have 10 steps left. So I may not I don't think the antechamber door opens when you just simply put all 3 on it, do you? Does it? Wait, why are these all closed? Yeah, the door to the antechamber is still closed. I still have not found the east or west levers. Yeah. Okay, what room types have I? One, two. Okay. 2 missing blue rooms. Only 2, but there are 2 that I'm missing. A missing green room. I guess I haven't made a morning room enough to make it happen. 2 missing shops. Huh. Well, I'm gonna dump away all of these items. New rooms, too. What are the 2 new rooms? I made a conservatory for the first time. What else did I make for the first time? Huh? I don't get it. Why are there 2 new rooms? There should only be 1 new room. Oh, the vestibule. That's what. Okay. Put the shelter, and then we have a gym at the bottom of it. Got the gym. Like, no items? Come on. Don't like any of those. That was not a good set. This is a very annoying house that's being made here. I'm not liking this. There are 2 statements on this box. Well, there's only one, so that's false. So that's the false box. There are 2 statements on this box. That's true. The gyms are in a box with no true statements. Okay, we don't know about that yet. They could be mixed. There are 2 statements on this box. That is true. They are both false. That is false because one of them is true. So, true, false. All false. So this has to be all true. So that means that the gyms have to be in the box with no true statements, which means it has to be in this one. Okay, that was an easier one. The madness of this. Sledgehammer. Okay, I'm sheltered from the dark room, but not yet. I don't know what special flowers are, but okay. My lack of keys at the moment is very problematic. There we go. Now I get 2 at least. I'll take a banana. Okay, showroom for the extra steps from the dining room. And to put the chapel, which is a waste because now I'm gonna get sheltered from the chapel. Gee. Okay, walk-in closet. Items, key, compass. We're likely to find items. And again. Okay, 11 plus 1/3 minus 3. Right, that rounds, and then round that off. It basically removes the 1/3 out of it. So 11 minus 3 is 8. And then, no, it's multiplication, isn't it? Okay, 11 plus 1/3 times 3 is 34. Then you round that down to 30. Okay. Then you subtract 20 and subtract 6 and get 4. And then you subtract 2 more and get 2. Okay. So you take 18, you divide it into thirds, right? You get 6. And you round that off to 10. And then you add 6 more. Well, you add 2 and it rounds to 10. And then you add 1 and it rounds to 10. And you end up with 10. That's not the answer? Okay. Okay, let's do all the adds. So let's say we just do 6 plus 2 plus 1. Right? And get 9, and then round that to off. No, it still rounds to 10. Okay, let's see if we only do it on the first one. So 10 plus 2 plus 1 is 13. Is it 13? Is that what they're going for? No. Or was it not 10? Oh, they're rounding to 1? Maybe that's the difference. Because they're not rounding to the tens place. Okay, let's see here. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Yeah, it rounds to nothing. It rounds to the ones place. Okay. There we go. Not too bad. Okay, I have a compass now, so this should turn me north-ish, roughly. Yep. I do not have a security or a key card or a closet. That's kind of a problem. I upgraded those to commonplace, and that's still happening. Well, I'm sheltered. I'm sheltered from the dark room. Just put the dark room. It doesn't matter. It's fine. The key card. Yay. No shovel, though. Shucks. Should have used the silver key. I won't use it here, though, because I'd rather gamble on going into the front door. Yeah, fine, vault. I don't have a vault key, though, so I'm kind of wasting this. Okay, now we need to make a showroom. So I can buy something ridiculous with that. Okay, so yeah, this is where you use the vault key, if you were to have the vault key, which I do not. I have no gems. I goofed up. I should have tried to get gems before selecting this. Yeah, because I would do the pool, right? Because that would give me both up and down. But I don't. I have to pick the thing that doesn't require gems, unfortunately. Okay, that's what a special flower is. It's just a gem. Well, now I have a gem, but it's too late. Okay, go in there just in case there's items. Like a key. Okay. Imagine we got a metal detector now. If only if I had a reroll thing. I don't have any rerolls. Oh, I can reroll with gems because I have the study, but that don't have many gems. Costing gems doesn't really help me unless I get a whole bunch of gems. Okay. Oh, shucks. Get this out of my pool. I don't really need the breaker room right now. Just get that out of my pool. Not really liking how this is going, but okay. I need more doors. Okay, showroom or a freezer would be fine right now because I got like so much money. Yeah, showroom and get the master key and see if anything opens with the master key.
And as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Faintly in the mist, I see a figure. A statue cradled in a courtyard of sentinel stone. You will find yourself one day wandering these paths, walking in the footsteps of the past, wandering and waiting, searching for a shadow that will never be cast, longing for the day to end, the hours to pass. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
So something happens probably in the secret garden past midnight. Okay, this is what I'm getting at. I wrote that down. So much suckage. Now wasting all three of my shelters on these lame things. Give me something that turns left. I should use the silver key, shouldn't I? If it's locked, that is. No, it's not locked. Oh, shucks. Well, that ends my run. Well, since we're at the end of a run with a whole bunch of gems we can't spend. Oh, you. Okay. No, it's the shovel, the broken lever, and the battery pack together. Shovel and sledgehammer, compass, and battery pack. I don't have any of those combinations. I can try compass and sledgehammer. Nope. Okay. Oh, will this make something? Oh. Interesting. So with something else, it makes something. Interesting. Okay, key card. The key card doesn't make anything with anything. This? Nope. Okay. Well, time to do something else. Very minimal progress was made. Very little progress was made today. Managed to finally solve the gallery problem, but it didn't give me any way of opening the antechamber. And so it just gave me something called the key to the 8 room, which makes things even worse, because what is the 8 room and where do I find it? It might be the basement key, potentially. I guess next time I have that, I could try to see if I can go to the basement and use it there. It's the only thing I can think of. And we now have 47 coins, and I did not get to buy anything from the showroom because the showroom just didn't get drafted. So, yeah, that sucks. And I went into the vault to get those coins, but I didn't have the vault key at the time, so I didn't figure out what that unveils either. You see, like, this, all these things, like, together at the same time, and each one is rare. To get them both together is rare. It's that whole frustration.